Susanna woke this morning and felt quite out of sorts. She took it out on her poor cat, although this happened lots. She thought it very ancient and lazy. What is more, a cat, in fact, like many, who only food adore. Things are much too humdrum and every day the same. Today, last week, forever. Why is everything so tame? I'd laugh myself quite silly if danger came right now, to make life much less boring and change all this somehow. She didn't want to see a thing, and least of all her cat, so she put her glasses on the grass exactly where she sat. And lo, they vanished in a flash, impossible to find. Instead, there lay another pair of quite a different kind. Susanna threw her brand new specs, then saw a horrid sight. The ancient cat had grown so huge to more than thrice its height. It hissed and spat through tiger teeth, its eyes with fire burned. With dreadful face and bristling back, away from her it turned. "Kitty dear, I feel so bad," she said, her tears near flowing. "Do forgive the thoughts I had, and please don't think of going." She chased her cat into the trees, but everything looked funny. The moss, the firs, instead of these, were mangroves, hot and swampy. Mirrored in the water dark, she saw a thing not pretty. There beneath her, clear and stark, her face like angry Kitty. Then suddenly the surface heaved. A thing crawled in the lake. Susanna screamed, "Oh, help me, please! A nasty, slimy snake! I cannot stay a minute more in such a ghastly place. Besides, I must forget at once that picture of my face." But comfort was there to be got. No huge snake existed. But in fleeing from the spot, her path was strangely twisted. Beneath the red clouds in the sky flew many a silent bird. The seashore too was wrapped in calm, and nothing could be heard. But in the sand she saw the tracks of some gigantic beast, a brontosaurus, dinosaur, a prowling cat at least. "Puss, I'm going home right now," Susanna said. "I'll hurry, but I rather think somehow there's no real need to worry." The sea was nowhere to be seen because it wasn't there. The water had all drained away, that fact was very clear. A gaping chasm yawned below the mountain's sloping side. It was a quite fantastic sight. Her eyes she opened wide. "Well," she said, "the change I see around me now appearing, can it all be due to me? The thought is very cheering." Susanna wandered far and wide, and later on that day, she saw a very curious crowd just sitting by the way. Perhaps they're jolly nice, she thought, although it's hard to see exactly what they're really like. Whoever can they be? One of them, his head held high, just said, "Hello, Susanna." One was really much too shy, and two alike in manner. She asked them with the greatest care, "Are you going to a ball?" But they were just out for a walk, not party-bound at all. They'd planned to pick some berries first, then at a friend's to stay, although about an hour ago they'd really lost their way. "Tired," squeaked the little tot. "I want a one cake," piped the other. No one understood a jot, and no one seemed to bother. The Hemulin, Thingamy, and Bob, the Hemulin's dog as well. All gathered round Susanna just to chat with her a spell. The Hemulin said, "It's all quite wrong. I'm absolutely sure. The scenery has all quite changed. It's different from before. Birds are flying upside down. The blackberries are yellow. Crazy things do here abound. I just can't cope, dear fellow." And Bob then stuttered, "Wrong thing song. Something is the name. I think nasty Pagic Mowers are playing a Gertie Dame." Susanna said, "It's all my fault. There's not much I can say. I merely sat upon the grass a while back today." Just then a dreadful bang was heard, a boom, a crash, a rumble. No one dared to say a word. The ground began to crumble. Then someone ran towards them fast, completely out of breath. "I'm Sniff," he cried. "My tail's on fire. Please help. I'll burn to death." 100 hatty fatteners were making quite a throng. The Hemulin boomed, "It's all absurd! Volcano, stop! You're wrong!" Thingamy cried, "It's stern so brong!" And Bob, "A forger skyer! The world will soon in glames be fun and make our funeral fire." They calmed Sniff down, for he had made more fuss than all the rest. And then they quickly started off, this time towards the west. That's where the Moomin clan did dwell, who were like kith and kin. Unless, of course, they now resided in some different glen. All was now quite quiet and calm. Volcanoes don't keep roaring. After such a great alarm, they're soon just gently snoring.